Hello friends, this video will help you retain company rule in your mind forever. Welcome to a brand new session. I have made few tips to recall company rule. Through the 6 pictures shown in the screen, you will be able to recall all the features of the company rule from 1773 to 1858. Let's begin the session. Regulating Act of 1773. What are the key points you need to remember from this Regulating Act of 1773? The first point you need to remember is Governor of Bengal was designated as Governor General of Bengal. Who was the first Governor General? Yes, it was Lord Warren Hastings. The second point, Governor of Bombay and Madras made subordinate to Governor General of Bengal. The third point, Supreme Court established at Calcutta in the year 1774. The fourth point, private trade cancelled. And finally, the control of British government over the company strengthened through the Court of Directors. In order to keep all these features in mind forever, I have made a small tip. Just remember this BMW's picture. What is the importance of this BMW? Gifting this BMW is prohibited in Calcutta. That B represents Bombay Presidency, M Madras Presidency, W Warren Hastings, Calcutta, establishment of Supreme Court in Calcutta, prohibition of accepting gift from natives. I think it will be helpful for you. Revised Pitt India Act of 1784. You need to remember 2 points from this act. It distinguishes between the functions of the company, that is commercial functions and political functions. The commercial functions were handled by the Court of Directors and Board of Control was created to handle the political functions. Charter Act of 1793. Key points you need to remember are Lord Cornwallis was given more powers not only over the Bengal Presidency but also over the Bombay and Madras Presidencies. The trade monopoly was extended for next 20 years and Commander-in-Chief's membership in Governor-General's Council was cancelled and Board of Control and their staff were to be paid from the Indian revenue. In order to keep all the features of this act in mind forever, just keep this sentence alone. Girl paid 20 rupees to buy corn. What that G means? Governor-General's Council. Word paid represents Board of Control and their staffs to be paid out of Indian revenue. 20 represents extended trade monopoly for 20 years. And last corn, that is Lord Cornwallis. I think it is easy to remember for you now. Now let's quickly revise the Charter Act of 1813. How many features? There are 5 features for this act. Points you need to remember from this act of 1813 are abolished trade monopoly, sovereignty of the British Crown, allowed Christian missionaries to come to India, spread of Western education. So to keep all the features in your mind forever, I have made a tip. So just look at this picture. This is South Indian actress Trisha. I hope you all know. So the first 2 letters of her name will help you remind about the abolition of trade monopoly. What she is wearing? A western dress, right? So spread of Western education. She has a crown on her head. It represents sovereignty of the British Crown and she has a chain with cross on her neck which represents Christian missionaries were allowed to come to India. Now I think it will be more easy for you to remember. Now let's quickly move on to the next Charter Act, the Charter Act of 1833. So the points you need to remember are Governor General of Bengal became Governor General of India and Lord William Bentinck was appointed as the first Governor General of India. Commercial activity completely abolished and East India Company became a purely administrative body and it attempted to introduce open competition for civil servants and the Governor General of India was given exclusive legislative powers for the entire India. So in order to keep in mind the features of this act, you just remember this IAS officer's picture. She is an IAS officer, right? So the first letter I represents India, that is Governor General of Bengal became Governor General of India. Who was that? William Bentinck. The second letter A, it represents administration. We know now the East India Company became purely administrative body. And the third thing we have to keep in mind is the Governor General of India got exclusive legislative powers. And finally we know they are selected through the open competition system. So we have to keep in mind, through the 1833 Charter Act, they attempted to introduce the open competition for the civil servants. Finally, the Charter Act of 1853. Key points you need to remember from this act of the 1853 are: it separated the legislative and executive functions of the Governor General's Council. It introduced an open competition system for the selection and recruitment of the civil servants. Local representation in the Central Legislative Council. In order to keep all these three features in mind, I have made a simple tip. Just remember this sandwich picture. The top part represents the legislative function of the Governor General's Council, and bottom part represents the executive functions, and in between that tuft represents the local representation in the Governor General's Council. I think it will be easy for you to remember, right?